While the John Wick universe feels like its own richly imagined world, one fascinating theory posits it may be part of another Keanu Reeves franchise, telling the story of a legendary hitman seeking revenge against the men who killed his dog. This ultra-violent series, filled with deadly assassins, stands as one of the most popular action franchises of all time. The Matrix was a cultural phenomenon when it was released back in 1989, so it's not surprising that viewers are still making new connections all these decades later. Although the idea that Neo and John Wick are one and the same might sound ridiculous at first, when looking at the evidence, there's a strong case to be made for it. The Reddit user r/YoungSack proposed a compelling theory that John Wick actually takes place inside the Matrix. This idea was inspired by a moment in John Wick. Chapter 3, Parabellum. When John echoes Neo's iconic line from The Matrix, "I need guns, lots of guns," hinting at a deeper connection between the two universes. While many would view this moment as a clever homage, it can actually be interpreted as pointing to larger connections between John Wick and Neo. The theory states that following the end of the Matrix revolutions, Neo wasn't actually killed, but instead put into yet another simulation. But this time, it was a world populated by hitmen and assassins. By placing Neo's consciousness into another simulation and turning him into John Wick, it makes sense that he would have some lingering memories of his past life, which explains why he repeated the Matrix iconic guns quote. Wick's unmatched skills as the deadly Baba Yaga also stem from his time fighting back against the machines in the Matrix. That's not even to mention that John Wick is practically unkillable. The fact that Wick survived countless brutal attacks, gunshots, and even falling off a tall rooftop while crashing through multiple fire escapes hints that the world he lives in could very well be a simulation. The way Wick seamlessly moves through his fights in a way that makes it appear he's literally bending reality to his will gives credence to the idea that he's actually Neo with his past memories suppressed. The addition of Morpheus's actor, Lawrence Fishburne, who plays the Bowery King in John Wick, also adds new layers of meaning to this theory. The Matrix Resurrections strengthens this theory as it depicts another iteration of Neo. This legacy sequel saw Neo and Trinity resurrected by the machines, but instead of putting them in their old lives, they gave them new identities to make them docile. With Neo reborn as the game developer Thomas Anderson, the machines found a way to suppress him. The concept of reprogrammed Neo gets to the very heart of this theory, and if the machines already did this once, what's stopping them from doing it again? By giving Neo a tragic backstory where he's always grieving the death of his wife, he's so distracted by being John Wick that he forgets all about being the savior of humanity. The cyclical violence of John Wick's life, which sees one problem lead to another in an endless spectacle of carnage and bloodshed, could just be the machines keeping him busy and eternally delaying the war between man and machines. While Wick believes he's pursuing revenge, the truth is he's stuck inside an endless loop from which he'll never wake up. The Matrix Resurrections even features Reeves looking almost identical to Wick, as he's traded Neo's clean-shaven signature look for Wick's long hair and beard. This is like the lines between these two worlds are becoming increasingly blurred, as Neo and Wick come ever closer to the realization that they are actually two versions of the same man. Perhaps the most intriguing thing about The Matrix is its uncertainty, and the fact that we were never fully sure what's real or a simulation. This can be seen through the popular Matrix in a Matrix fan theory, which proposes there are many levels to its simulation, or even through those who believe that our world is actually a computer simulation. The complexities of these ideas mean it's impossible to know for sure if John Wick is definitely happening in the real world. Like the best fan theories, it's possible to imagine that this proposition is true, and looking for all the clues and connections in both franchises can be a fun way to re-experience them anew.